gosh. Wow. Wow. We have a lot to fix here. Ooh la la. That is beautiful. Oh wow, I love that colour. Sahara. That is lovely. Well, that's a lot better. Can you tell my profilo's kicking in? I am glowing. Also, probably my favourite mani of my life. Look how gorgeous. Like the perfect nail base with like a peach tip. Yeah, I'm absolutely in love with these. Ooh, got mascara on them. Sorry. This is absolutely now my new everyday nail shade. And I'll just kind of swap and change the tips, but so fun. Let's tidy this room. Over here, everything here, I have a huge amount of stuff here on the floor. This is all going with me to my next holiday away, which I won't tell you about yet, but it's a new holiday away. So I've got things hung up, I've got things here, but it's all things that I want to show you soon. I've kind of bought ahead of time. I'm going to try it on. In fact, I'm going to try it on the trip, so you'll see it on the trip. So I need to move all of that to where I need to pack it. And then I have some beautiful things here to show you and to try on with you. This is gorgeous. Might put this on. Okay, so just so you know, there will be a paid for advertorial for Holland Cooper in this video. Because I've got some new things that I want to try on with you in a little bit. But whilst I'm just getting ready, I'm just going to fully embellish myself. And this is gorgeous. Look how thick. That is so gorgeous. Such gorgeous metal detail. Then you've got the metal detail on the jeans there, and then here kind of all adds together. That looks awesome. Okay, I love that. God, these jeans are amazing. I'll talk about these in a minute. Let's do this. I've literally been sent the whole living proof dry shampoo range. One of my absolute favourites. This one actually cleans the hair apparently. This one's like eliminates oil, sweat and odour, etc. But then they do the teeny weeny one, which I take on all my trips. Sorry, I can't not show you these. If any of you ever watch my stories, you may recognise these. I posted like a YSL picture of these coming out and was like, be still my beating heart. And I got them. Got them. Also in here, obviously, I have my Holland Cooper shorts from my collection, of course, plus the beautiful beach dress. I probably just live in this, to be honest, most of the week. Stunning beach dress. If you didn't know, I had my own collection. And in fact, I packed my waistcoat too. I'll be honest, there's no point me taking the trousers or the blazer because it's going to be boiling where I'm going, and I just know I will sweat in these. Let's finish this off with a Dyson vacuum. I know cleaning your side surfaces isn't technically what this is for, but it certainly helps when you don't have a duster. Also, when I was doing that, I could feel myself like this. I don't know if you've seen that TikTok, that reel that's going around. I think it's quite funny if you're into Pilates. But I was literally like this then and was like, I am so hunched. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but this is such a godsend, especially if you have like a lot of hair that you drop. Like if you shed hair a lot, or if you have a dog like this one. It has like a green laser that it shows on the floor, and it shows up all of the dust and the dog hair, and it's like, wow. Quite satisfying though when you go over it and then it's all gone. It's like, whew. Yeah, this room looks amazing now. I am thrilled with that. I might need to powder soon because I am a bit of a sweaty mess now. Now happy to show you this room. Finally, now we're ready. It means I can show you some clothing. Also, I thought rather than just showing you some clothes, I feel like recently I've been a bit of a Debbie Downer.
You gotta snap out of it, Debbie.
Some of you may not think so, but I kind of feel it. So last week I was talking about my woes and kind of feeling a little bit lost in life. A bit of a strange one, because obviously like, I'm actually really happy overall. Like overall in life, generally. I'm actually really happy. And I've said it before, like for the first time in like 10, 12 years, I'm like the happiest I've ever been. And maybe that's the reason why I'm feeling a bit lost, because I feel like I've got everything else now in order. Life is going quite great, and I'm kind of almost looking for the next challenge, the next thing to do. But I kind of feel as though I've been giving you the negative vibes and the negative feelings that I've been feeling, and not really talking to you about the really good stuff and the really happy stuff. And so I thought today, whilst I show you some clothes, I want to kind of recommend a few things that I'm enjoying, loving, would like to recommend at the same time, and just, you know, bring some like posy vibes in, which would be great. So, right, first of all, let me show you what I'm wearing. First outfit, Holland Cooper pieces. As you know, Holland Cooper has so many different types of styles. They very much started more equestrian. They still have an incredible equestrian arm to the business. So if you're into horses, equestrian, amazing. They also have the very like English weather style garments. So if you're looking for incredible outerwear, wellies, rain macs, umbrellas, boots, shoes, that sort of thing. They do it immaculately and with like the highest possible quality. I always tell Jade every time I see her, Jade Holland Cooper is the owner of the business and the founder. She is the queen at the helm of the whole establishment now, which is just huge. Like when I first started working with those guys, they had like 5 categories. They did like some outerwear, they did some t-shirts, dresses, etc. As well as equestrian. Whereas now, they are just an empire, and it's so inspiring. Like, they sell everything now. Sandals, shoes, bags, swimwear, of course, my swimwear piece. We launched swimwear together, and I launched my beautiful peach, and they loved it so much that they also then launched a black version as well. Swimwear, they do beachwear, outerwear, but they also do more basics. And when I say basics, I do mean more elevated basics, but more of your everyday essentials. I must admit, that's what I absolutely adore from Holland Cooper, because the quality is so elevated and you get some really stunning pieces. And so, yeah, these are kind of part of that. Their jeans range, if you've ever tried a pair of Holland Cooper jeans, you will know the stretch and the fit is really fantastic. They absolutely nail it. These are going to become my new favourite jeans. I'll make sure they're linked down below because they do a number of pairs. What I love about these, they have this sort of frayed edging to the bottom of the ankle, and they taper in a little bit. They're not super duper skinny. They have a very casual feel to the bottom of the leg, but then the rest of the fit is just really kind of casual, super easy to wear. And I'm just going to finish off this outfit whilst you're there. A new pair of Holland Cooper sandals. I feel like their sandals are becoming quite famous really because they're so comfortable. They come in a range of colours. This is almost like the kind of tan bronzer that I wear, like the perfect warm tan tone. They look great with this pair of jeans. I mean, it's a perfect ankle cut, really flattering, just straight over the top of the toe. I need to redo my toenails. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute, that's something to talk about. And so this outfit now is sort of complete. But then the t-shirt, I'm absolutely in love with this. Perfect white tee, beautiful quality. Little HC embroidery detail on the front. Really subtle. I just like that little something kind of draws your eye to like, what is that? It just hangs. It's just got a really lovely drape and fit. Again, just feels really casual and beautiful. And if you love Holland Cooper but you don't like big brash logos everywhere, this is a great alternative. And the belt finishes it off and kind of matches with the brown tan of the shoes. I don't know if they still have these in stock, hopefully they do, but these are their brand new driver loafers. Amazing. I mean, I love this sort of thing for driving in, but they're super comfortable, great colour again. They're brilliant. But like I say, like the Holland Cooper slides. In fact, I'll be taking these on my next holiday without a doubt. Perfect rattan sandals. I think I showed you these all recently, but these are also fantastic. This woven suede design. They're just really, they're a fantastic piece. So this is the first set of pieces that I love that are brand new in for Holland Cooper. Oh, just look at that detail on the cuff. They have a little HC embroidered in. Oh, honestly, Holland Cooper do shirts so beautifully. Again, this is a new style of shirt. Very slim pinstripe blue. Oh, that's so beautiful the way that sits. A little bit of support here in the collar just to keep that upright. Oh, I love it. This is a perfect day wear. I just love the way it drapes and hangs. You know me, I always like to have it a little bit more open, a little bit more décolletage on show. I think it feels more effortless like that. Equally, you could just wear it completely fully open over the white t-shirt if you wanted to. So what I was saying before about toes, I have a recommendation for nail polishes. I used to always go and get shellac pedicures, but recently I have discovered Hermes nail varnishes, and it was literally just because I had like a coral colour. It's not here, it's downstairs. I had like a coral toned orange. I was going away on holiday and I couldn't get in for a shellac pedi. It's my favourite thing, just going sitting, getting my shellac done, having a pedi. It just makes me feel like really put together. Found this Hermes nail polish, thought, right, I'm going to do my own nails. Did them. My goodness, the staying power of this, I've never seen anything like it in a nail varnish. But I put these on weeks ago. It's been like 6 to 8 weeks that I've had this nail polish on, and it still looks really good. Like, I'm honestly amazed. So, positive recommendation of the week, Hermes nail polishes. They not only look beautiful, they've just sent me another 2 colours, which is wonderful of them, and I'm really excited. I think I might go with this one for my next trip. This one is called Rose Indienne, number 70, and this one is Rouge H, which is 85, but they couldn't have picked better colours for me. Actually, these are literally perfect. I've also discovered something they also sent me. These lovely little lip glosses. This is Beige Sapotil Hermes lip glosses, and they're so sweet. And they just have a little bit of colour, and so I'm really enjoying this colour specifically because I'm really into my corals right now. Anyway, next up, these little shorts. Perfect fit. These are very, very similar to my beige linen shorts from my particular collection. They've kind of followed the same style. 3 button down the side of the pockets, a couple little rivets around the back, a lovely thick waistband, and a slightly longer short length. Perfect for kind of also formalising for an evening. You know, if you want to wear like a little bustier with it. In fact, that's a really good idea. I have a really gorgeous Gucci bustier that would look perfect with this. You know, and then throw on some heels with it. I love nothing more than pairing a really casual look with a pair of heels. It just takes it to somewhere a little bit more fancy. These are so great. Again, these are going to be coming with me on my next trip. But again, I love pairing brown with blue. It's a little extra detail. Also, something else to tell you about that I've been loving. I've mentioned it a few times before actually. Like I said, missing person, really obsessed. In the last video I told you that I've bought the body lotion, I've bought the body oil, I've bought the hand cream, etc. Wanted to see if it would help my dry skin to absorb more of the flavour of the scent so that people could actually smell my fragrance more. And so the other day, going into London, I put it all on together. Literally walked into Pret to go and get a drink, and the guy was like, wow, you smell amazing. So you can imagine my smug face. So I'm going to keep going with it with the whole lotion, body oiling. I'm trying to locate the body wash as like another hit. This is what I'm going to wear for the rest of the day. Oh gosh, how gorgeous! Tell you what, Jade does jersey so well, so well. Perfect black jersey bandeau. They've never done this before. Lovely and stretchy, loads of room for everything. Oh, it's such a good length as well at the ankle. That is beautiful. And it's also got here on the top, it's got some of that elasticy, helps to almost stick a bit more to the skin. But I've got one more dress to show you. some of you might recognise this dress. It does also come as a mini, and I have it as a mini, and I wore it to my American road trip when I went, and it looked so great as like a little mini, but they've just brought it out as a maxi. It's not too thick as well if you want it as more of like a cooler summer's day dress. Gosh, I feel like Jade wearing this. She always just looks so incredible, like with that bod. Again, it's not really fitted. It's got some movement in this, so it doesn't feel too much. Beautiful, slightly boated neckline. Gold, a few little gold moments here. Diamond pattern to this, fluted sleeves, so feminine. Short slit to the leg for more movement so you can walk properly in this. And yeah, it's really beautiful knitted scalloped edging here, so feminine. This is so stunning. I could just imagine just wandering around the house in this every day and just feeling like the lady of the manor. That's the kind of vibes it gives, but it's so soft, super soft cotton. So this is the midi, just for comparison. It's a really good length as well. It's not too short, so I just felt amazing in this, and I paired it with some cowboy boots. It was brilliant, but again, just with a pair of heels, it's perfect. This could look so nice as well. It's like more of a day, going out for the day, throwing over a little bag. Right, the sun is coming out. Oh, there's a nice breeze too today, but the sun is coming out, which is just wonderful. Another thing I've really been loving are the Road blushes. My favourite colour is Freckle from this. It's like a beautiful peachy tone. I'll be honest, I don't love the packaging. They're quite lightweight. They're very unique as a packaging idea. It just feels like a lot of packaging just for this little thing. But I get it, it's cute, it's gimmicky, it's very Gen Z. My favourite colours though, yeah, this is Spicy Marg, beautiful coral tone. What's just really nice about them is just can't fully see, so I don't know too much. They just blend like a dream. With your fingers, a brush, they blend in so easily, and then just add this lip from within glow on the skin. So they're just super easy. Like anyone could use these. You can also use them on your lips as well, but I found myself most days using these. I didn't use them today just because I really wanted to try out that Hermes blush for once. But most days I wear Spicy Marg and I wear Freckle. Another thing I've absolutely been loving, this Christian Dior bag, perfect. This was the other day, I went into London with all of this in here. The S-Bar cleansing hand spray, obsessed with this. This stays in this with me for my handbag every single day. It smells amazing. I was with my brownie the other day and gave it to her and she was like, whoa, that smells good. It's so good. Also really enjoying this MZ Skin Anti-Pollution Hydrating Mist. I just like to take this with me if I'm going into London, obviously anti-pollution. Spritz it all over. It just kind of helps rehydrate my skin during the day. If I've then got a brush with me that I can then, you know, redo any bits of concealer or whatever, this will help just kind of rehydrate that skin so that it moves and blends easier again. Equally, I like the fact that it's anti-pollution. It just feels, I don't think it's antibacterial as such, but it just feels so nice just to. And what's nice is that it's a super fine mist. So when you put it on, it's not gonna douse your skin in loads of liquid. So yeah, so in here, this is what I was going for this for. This is absolutely beautiful. This is Freckle. It's very me. It's very nude, but coral peach undertone. I think it is technically a peach. So yeah, really loving those, loving these bits. This is a hand cream that I said about missing person. That's what I've got with me. It's not overly small. I wish it was a little smaller for my bag. Maybe they'll bring out a travel size. It does, I'll be honest, it does smell nice, but it's not that strong. I feel like it could be a little stronger. I want it to smell a bit more like missing person, but it is still nice. It's nice to have on me. In terms of actual hand cream, it feels lovely and lotiony, so I like it thus far. And yeah, and then I have my little missing person in here. So again, I can just spritz this on the go when I'm out and about in London. Might as well get to the bottom of this bag and show you everything. I am probably still my favourite liner right now is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Muted Mauve. I also really like Rosewood, but Muted Mauve I just rebought because it was down to a nub, and it's just, I mean, you can't see there, but it's the perfect nude for me. I absolutely love it. And then my favourite colour right now is the Valentino 114. Again, I didn't put it on this morning because I didn't know where it was, and it's in here in my bag. I mean, the fact that I took these out with me because I trust them is enough to say. Yeah, NARS San Juan bronzer, still a favourite. Gorgeous terracotta orangey undertone to this. Do you know, I really like the makeup today. It feels really lightweight. It looks like skin with just a little bit of a colour on top. It looks like I've caught the sun. I really like it. Like, my under eyes look a little bit undone, like they're not super polished. This is very much how I kind of like to look these days. And then yeah, obsessed with the Road, especially the watermelon, that's my favourite. Makes your lips look huge, super plumped. And then I also just have a pack of tissues with me because of my hay fever. So that is currently my, like, if I'm going out the house, that's my makeup bag. Take a little brush with me, take a blush, and that's literally packed full, but it's got everything in there that I need. Loving that, loving a few new bits of makeup. In fact, I'm really into makeup at the moment. I'm just really enjoying and feeling quite inspired again by makeup, which is really nice to feel. Okay, I'm gonna take this off, get back into the black. Another recommendation, my Strathberry bag. I'm so in love with this brand again. So in love with it. I worked with Strathberry again recently on a beautiful reel that I did in Scotland, and I was so happy, like, you guys seem to really love that content, and the Strathberry team loved it so much as well, and I was so pleased. And I remember there was a comment from someone who was like, oh, this is the last time we'll see this bag. And it's, oh God, I just hate how cynical. Some people can just be super cynical, and I get, you know, online, a lot of people talk crap about, you know, products that they don't love or don't use. I know I've said it before, but I'm at a kind of stage in this career where I don't need to talk about things that I don't use or don't love. For example, like a couple of weeks ago, I did a TikTok for Free Soul. Free Soul is a lovely little protein powder that makes this packet of powder called mango greens, and it's just filled with, like, it's all like green powders like spirulina, broccoli, I mean every green powder you can think, stuffed into this almost like supplement powder, and you put it with water and you drink it and it tastes like mango. And for me, as someone who's really into their fitness right now and their wellness, that's my perfect kind of thing, because it's super quick, down it in one, tastes like mango, which, you know, I'm obsessed with. I love it. And I remember again on that, someone was like, oh, as if she uses this, like they must have paid her a fortune for this. The fact is that I wouldn't talk about a supplement brand if I didn't already use it, love it, and feel it actually worked and wanted to recommend it. My best friend Steph texted me and was like, babe, I've just bought those mango greens on your recommendation, and I was like, awesome, because like I wholeheartedly love anything that I recommend. Like I say, I don't need to talk about things I don't like, because I know how many of my friends and family watch my videos and see my recommendations, and I would feel horrible about myself if they were buying things that were just crap because I want to get like a quick dollar, you know? Back to this, I get why people are cynical. When you've got particular people online who do just take any job and get paid for it without any feeling of any of the consequences, I understand some of the cynicism, but equally, hopefully you as my audience that have been here for a while, you get me and you know what I'm into. And Strathberry is a brand that I coveted from the start when they first launched, and I met their founder back when they were a tiny brand. I still remember it clear as day. Anyway, they're huge now. They're huge, and I'm so thrilled for them. They are global. And so we're now working together on full campaigns again, and it's mega. So I feel very proud of it, which is another thing I'm very happy about. I feel very proud of that kind of side of my career. Yeah, and where I'm at right now. Anyway, I'll be back with you soon. I'm gonna head down and make some breakfast in a minute. I feel like I'm in like a really good place in terms of like my health and well-being at the moment, she says, as she's about to make vegan pancakes. Yeah, I'm feeling really good. I'm like really taking charge of my physical health at the moment. I'm not going to go into it too much, because I feel like I've spoken about this sort of thing a lot and it gets a bit dull. I've just decided to make a couple of changes, like personal changes to things. We have coconut yogurt, banana, black cherries, blueberries, goji berries, and a little crunchy layer of the strawberry granola from Forest, some toasted coconut. Brunch is served. I've had a lovely morning.
Yeah.
It's just so nice to get my room all tidied and look through all those Holland Cooper bits. Are you up to that part of the vlog yet? I'm just editing right now.
You just got to that point.
Have you?
Where you're talking about.
Got some really lovely things, like the jeans are absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
And the dresses, and then this dress. I love it.
Yeah, it's really nice. The little necklace is nice too.
Buccellati. You matches, you know that ring I've got? That big fat ring. It's big, it's got like poppies round like that.
Yeah.
Matches it.
Are they poppies? Yeah.
I think it's a poppy, maybe. But there's also earrings. Earrings
like
is the next one I
as
need
well,
to
though,
get
isn't
next.
it? I guess with the golden middle.
Oh yeah, daisy. It's probably daisy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get the earrings as well, so I've got the full set.
How you feeling?
I'm going to do my workout in a bit.
Yeah, same.
We could do a workout together, can't we?
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be great.
It's funny, isn't it? Like when you're not working out, the idea of it is like the worst thing ever. But then when you're in it, it's almost like the idea of not doing it. I mean, when you're properly in it, the idea of not doing it is...
During the working out too, I'm like, this is so nice, and like, time to myself.
Yeah.
It's not hard. Like, yeah, it's a bit challenging, but I always feel like when I'm in the middle of it, I'm like, why did I not put this off for so long?
Yeah, it's never as bad. If you've been someone who's really been like a gym rat.
Like you were.
Yeah, or you've been like at your strongest. It's not disheartening, but like when you go back in and you're lifting a lot less weight, it's a little bit disheartening. Or I can't do like a full hour because my body just gets absolutely zapped.
Yeah.
But I've noticed just my movement, even just getting up and down the stairs and standing up, like I don't feel as weak as I did.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh yeah, like I feel really good at the moment.
I mean, you're strong as hell right now, though. Like you're in the best shape of your life right now.
Hey, thank you. That's such a compliment. I really do feel that though.
You can tell.
I do feel it. I feel like I've got more muscle than I've ever had. I'm more lean than I ever have been.
I think you're more educated as well, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I used to speak to you ages ago. Try lifting these weights, or try this, or try eating protein, or try eating creatine, and you'd always be like, no, I don't want to get really hench. And I'm like, you won't. But now you've learned more of it, and obviously hanging out with Georgie and like having.
And you?
Well, I think it's just different when you hear stuff from your husband or your partner. It's from an outside source.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Whereas now I feel like your diet's on point and you're actually listening to the pair of us are listening to our bodies more.
I was just telling the guys about that actually, how I'm really like listening to what I want to put, like what my body wants me to put in it.
Yeah.
And I feel so much better for it. I feel so much stronger. I just feel like my body's just reacting so much better. I just feel less lethargic.
Yeah.
Stronger, healthier.
It's almost
just
like
more in tune.
It's almost like in your 30s, especially like mid-30s, I feel like it becomes abundantly clear you're not in your 20s anymore.
Yeah.
And foods that you may have been sensitive to, or may not even known that you'd have a sensitivity to, you are now.
Yeah, it just exacerbates it, doesn't it?
It's same with like alcohol, fatty foods, things like that, which are great for a treat and stuff like that, but you can no longer live on that sort of stuff.
I wish I could, no.
Like you think back to like how, especially me, like how my diet used to be when we first met. Like awful. And I smoked.
You smoked, you drank a lot, you ate just
constant
processed stuff.
Yeah, crap. I used to eat crap all the time. Cause it's
nothing
all
fresh. There was never anything fresh, was there?
I couldn't afford fresh.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't afford fresh. I remember like I lived on Spar's like 14p beans and the pound 90p margarita pizzas, and I used to put the beans on top of the pizza, and I used to eat that like 3 or 4 times a week. I was so skint though.
But yeah, you were skint, and that's it. And we're very privileged now that we, have the money to eat fresh.
Yeah.
For those that can afford to eat fresh, it is a luxury. It is just what the body actually needs, just real food.
Definitely.
They say while eating protein pancakes.
They're good though. They're really good.
But I mean, all this fruit, all this fibre, coconut yogurt, it's delish.
But no, I do appreciate you making these, because obviously since starting on my medication, it's the appetite losses. It's weird that that's the only side effect I've had.
Yeah.
Considering when I've been on other medication, the side effects have mainly been like weight gain, and nausea and all the other things.
It's interesting though, because I feel like it's not lack of appetite. It's almost a lack of remembering to be hungry. It's almost like your body isn't telling you you're hungry, but then when I put food in front of you, you will scoff it.
But I will, but I'm not hungry. Like I'm not hungry right now. Like I don't have a hunger in my stomach to eat. I just know I have to eat.
It's odd,
especially
isn't it?
now I'm working out, I have to eat. And what happens is it gets to 6-7 o'clock and the medication wears off, and then I binge eat.
Right, yeah.
And I need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Because I get to 9 o'clock at night and I could literally, I mean, you see me, like I have like yogurt with like nuts and all sorts of stuff in it, because I'm starving.
I know, you do that much nice now.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to find a balance again on it.
Yeah. I think we need to find that balance for you though, and I think you just need to have bigger meals.
It's early days though. Like I've only finding my feet with it and stuff.
But you're doing great though, aren't you?
I'm best I've been in 20 odd years, I reckon, right now. I think we're the best we've been since we first started dating.
I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
I'm so content.
Yeah, me too.
I just feel so relaxed in life now. I feel so lucky that we found something for you.
Yeah, definitely. I just feel sorry for the people that
Haven't found it yet.
haven't found it or even know. Like, just to be lost, just to be where I was.
And equally, yeah, to be where you are, like the people who are where you are. But equally for like the partners of those people, like I very much resonate with them.
Yeah, for sure.
And just feel so like emotional for people that are stuck where I was.
It's such
It's
such a weird like situation though, isn't it? Because just like the arguing and everything that we'd go through, and like I'm like living up here 99% of the time, and almost like doom and gloom, and then it just starts slipping out and starts breaking out, and then you realise that I'd be picking fights with you or starting arguments over absolutely nothing, which sometimes does happen, like in a normal relationship it can happen, but it would be so regular because it's almost like you're looking for this like dopamine hit. And I started reading into it and like researching, and it's so true, like you start to like pick fights and you're not knowingly doing it because you're craving like a hit of like a dopamine, even though it's not even, I suppose it is dopamine, but it's not the kind you really want. Do you know what I mean?
No.
And then we'd argue, and then it would like hit the fan, and then as soon as it was over, I'd feel so guilty. Not only was I putting myself through hell, I was putting you through hell with it as well. It was.
Yeah. I guess I just wouldn't know on any day what would happen.
Well,
what argument might break out.
But neither did I, though. I never knew.
Oh
how
no,
I was
I know.
Gonna feel every day.
I know, and it makes complete sense now. Now that you have the diagnosis, it now makes sense. But at the time, I was just like, why is he being an arsehole?
Yeah.
You know, and like trying to get through it.
I'm surprised you've been stuck with me, really, because it got bad. It got really bad. Your head is just so scattered that you have no control of your emotions. You have no control of how low you get or how high you get. Everything is just like off the rails.
And work was such a big trigger for you.
And we were so busy, that was the problem as well.
We were constantly busy, and you were constantly having to work, and so there was just never any respite from it, and it just got
I think that's
horrendous.
what I think the burnout combined with the ADHD.
And us not knowing what it was.
Yeah.
It was just hard work.
So I think like at the beginning of the year when I took, at like the end of February when I took a step back, started on the medication and I was in therapy and stuff like that, it gave me the chance to understand and grow, and I think the understanding was the main thing. I just could just feed on information of everything, do you know what I mean? I remember reading Scattered Minds by Gabor Mate, and that was like my Bible.
Yeah, it really helped you, didn't it?
It just helped me understand everything from my childhood all the way through till today, and I still tell people to read it. It's
I know. I mean, it's a bestseller for a reason, isn't it?
Yeah, I think from March onwards.
It was literally we had an argument on Valentine's Day. This is very open and honest now. We had a massive argument on Valentine's Day of this year, almost separated.
It's probably the worst argument I've ever had.
Awful.
Yeah.
Almost separated. And the next day, I had Noah Khan tickets for...
Was it the day after? Was it the 15th?
Was it Wembley? Yeah, it was the day after,
Wow.
15th. And I was like, look, I either go alone or you come with me, and we try and sort this out. And literally, we went with such like different mindsets.
Well, I was on medication.
Yeah, you just started this meds.
And that's what it was about this medication. It was, and this is what blew my mind, is that it wasn't like, oh, it's going to take a week to load on.
Right.
It was like, literally like a flick of a switch.
Immediate change.
Madness.
We went to that Noah Khan gig, and we had the best night. Like, we just hugged. We were just like hugging all night. And just like, I was just crying.
We drove there as well, didn't we? So we
drove, so we had a really good chat. Parked up, walked into the gig. I'd bought really great seats. Brilliant seats on the side, really low down. It was amazing. And we got food, and we sat there. And then we stood up for the gig, and we were just holding each other, weren't we? And I was crying all the songs, so I was like crying into your chest. And it was a really lovely, intimate, like real couple moment. Like, I really remember that. Ooh, makes me emotional. And then from that day, it's been amazing ever since then.
I think one blip when
You started drinking.
I think I'd had a few drinks that night, hadn't I? And then we quickly realised that, oh yeah, alcohol and this medication obviously doesn't work. So that's when it was like, cut the cord on the booze.
Yeah. If you guys have any questions and things, like, feel free to leave them below. But we keep wanting to talk about it more. I tried to do a TikTok video about it. I'll probably do some more, because we just want to kind of share this, what we've found, because it's just been completely life-changing for us.
I think it's just, we're pretty open about it as well, because it's real, and I think a lot of people...
Yeah, it's really real.
And I think social media is as well, it's so easy to paint perfect picture. Yeah, that's part of what social media is, but I think the older we're getting now and the longer we've been doing this.
Yeah, I don't care about people not thinking I have a perfect life.
It doesn't exist.
No.
That doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
And if I can help one of you guys who may be in a similar position to me, or your partner's in a position like Alex, and we can help at least one. I mean, I already know so many of you have gone to get diagnosed for ADHD since our last chat, which has been like
my DMs as well.
Amazing. Yeah, the
I've
amount
got
of DMs.
3 or 4 conversations going on with people at the minute, like with people doing it and going. And I understand as well, like the NHS, like is completely overrun with it, and there is a massive wait time, and it is very expensive to go private. So I know there is drawbacks to these things as well, but
the way it's changed our lives, I feel like it would be the best money you've ever spent if you think that you've got it.
I would have emptied my bank account just to have my sanity back, really.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. Like, we almost lost our marriage.
We lost everything, yeah.
Yeah, we almost lost everything.
I was just self-destructing on another level. Like, I really was. I was pushing everybody and everything away, wasn't I? I just felt like everything was just... I just felt like literally like it was just like water going through my hands. Like I just couldn't get a grip on anything, and in my head it was just like I was just losing everything. And then it was just like...
Straight away. Immediate switch.
Yeah. But things are good. Things are really, really good right now.
Things are amazing now.
Yeah.
So amazing now. So happy. So yeah, if you've got any questions, guys, do leave them down below. And yeah, we'll probably still talk about it now and again, and like updates, because it's probably... I mean, this is very impromptu. We didn't mean to actually do this chat.
I thought we were doing a time-lapse.
Yeah, I thought we were doing a time-lapse too, but we just got chatting. But I think it's good to have these little check-ins, because it has been a while since we last spoke about it. So
yeah,
hopefully it's helpful.
Okay, on to my next task of the day. I've been wanting to make some of the Deliciously Ella cashew ginger balls now for quite a while. Yeah, they're just one of those really delicious, like when you're sort of craving something sugary. I'm just really obsessed with dates at the moment, so I'm kind of, anything that requires dates in the recipe, I'm like, hell yeah, sign me up. They're just so good. This is a good one. When they're super chewy, it's just caramel vibes. Anyway, so I'm currently just putting together my ingredients. In here, I've got 200 grams of cashews that I've already blitzed, 50 grams of oats, and now I'm just doing 200 grams of dates. Obviously, these are medjool dates. Always get medjool, by the way. They're so much nicer. They're just so much chewier and like delicious. They're a bit more rare to find, but you can find them at every supermarket, but they're sometimes mainly sold out. So I'm using my Thermomix and using the scale settings so I can get this right. Get like 200 grams worth of darts in here. I'm having such a lovely day. I like my Fridays to be like this. And Bryony, who I work with, she kind of controls my diary and what I do each day. And she often gives me Friday as like my admin and catching up on things kind of day. So I often won't do any real shooting per se. It'll be like the day that I use to do admin and finances, or, you know, bits and bobs that I've been wanting and needing to do. And like I love her for that, because I feel like Fridays need to be that, rather than anything too kind of brain taxing, because it's nice to go into the weekend kind of feeling quite chilled. Now I've definitely gone over here, but I don't care. It's nice to have more dates, I say. Right, and then I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of ground ginger. I have also done this before with like real ginger too. This is actually a half teaspoon, so I'm just going to 4 plus. I really like ginger, so I'm doing like heaped here, to be honest. Right, and this is going to need a serious blend. Yeah, baby. And it just literally goes like this. It's almost like sticky crumble. Let me just try it. It's good. Throw in some chia seeds into the mix. Maybe also a little bit of desiccated coconut. Could be quite nice. And then you literally then just have to roll it into balls. By the way, this isn't my recipe. This is literally Deliciously Ella's recipe. And she has the recipe on her YouTube channel, which I love her for. The fact that she's literally put one of her own recipes in full on her own YouTube channel. Hats off to her for being so open about one of her recipes. Love that. Can you imagine if Coca-Cola gave us the recipe for Coca-Cola? Although I'm pretty sure people have worked it out now, haven't they? Like cinnamon raisin, isn't it? That's the taste. But yeah, it just wouldn't happen though, would it? That one's a bit big and it's going to annoy me, so I'm going to make it small. Just roll it into these little balls
and then you put it in the fridge. You fancy a little treat after dinner. These are so good, and obviously won't cost you £3 per ball, which is nice. I mean, this is likely cost for that bag of cashews, you're probably talking £3. For that many dates, I mean, for a pack of dates, you're probably talking about £3. A bit of ginger, I mean, it's nothing, is it, in terms of just your ginger. And then some oats, and you could just get some plain old Scottish rolled oats. So you're talking £7 maybe? Say if I make 10 of these, that would be 30 quid. It's quite a nice saving, and they are delicious. A little 12. Done. Sorry, my hand's completely full of oil now, but look. Our little balls of joy. Balls of joy.